Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Professor Cathal Kelly. I'm an Rcsi graduate and currently Chief Officer of Rcsi University of Medicine and Health Sciences. I'm delighted to welcome you, our graduates, your family and friends, to this very special virtual conferring. We're also joined today by Rcsi faculty and staff. The Rcsi faculty and staff have spent the last 16 months working through this global pandemic to support you towards graduation and your subsequent careers. I'd like to, on your behalf, sincerely thank them for their commitment to Rcsi student success. On this beautiful day on St. Stephen's Green, a very warm welcome to you all to this very special conferring ceremony for the truly wonderful class of 2021. I have great memories of my own graduation 36 years ago in 1985. There was a great build-up of excitement for a celebration with classmates and family. I know it must be disappointing for you that you're unable to celebrate in the traditional way, but I do really hope you take some time to reflect on what you have achieved and celebrate this momentous occasion in your lives as you embark on what I consider to be the most fulfilling profession there is. To get here today, you've persevered through nearly 18 months of a global pandemic, which is surely the biggest event of all our lives. I so often hear praise of Rcsi students from clinicians in our teaching hospitals and general practices and elsewhere. That praise is well earned because you have responded to the pandemic with extraordinary maturity and determination. You remain committed to your studies at a time when you are unable to benefit from full access to our campus, as well as the usual social outlets and supports that make such a challenging course a little bit easier. Because of what you've endured, I truly believe that you, the class of 2021, will go on to be extraordinarily resilient and compassionate doctors. I am proud that you started your journey in Rcsi, and I look forward to seeing the road you take as part of our global alumni community. In my view, never before has Rcsi's mission to educate, nurture, and discover for the benefit of human health been more relevant. Today, I invite you to remember that mission as you embark on your career in medicine. But you are ready to take it on. You have the knowledge and the skills to become outstanding doctors who provide world-class care to your patients. On behalf of all the academic, research, and professorial staff at Rcsi, please accept my sincerest congratulations. Today is a great day of celebration for you, and I truly hope you will remember it for the rest of your lives.
Information technology is turning the world back to the greatest asset of our existence, the individual. We have never had this type of opportunity and platform to do so much good, one person at a time. When society believes it is impossible, when everyone around you believes it is impossible, no, you can make it possible. You will make it possible. In you, there is the power to make the impossible possible. I wish you every joy. I wish you every happiness. Congratulations. May God bless you all.
I ask all of the graduates today, think about that aspirational goal of changing medicine. You are graduating at a remarkable time, and you have the responsibility for writing the next chapter for your great institution. I know you will do the college proud.
We are here today to present you virtually with your degrees in medicine from Rcsi University of Medicine and Health Sciences. I will be joined today by colleagues well known to you. Professor Ronan O'Connell, President of the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, Dr. Maurice Manning, Chancellor of the National University of Ireland, Professor Hannah McGee, Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences at Rcsi, Professor Arnold Hill, Head of the School of Medicine at Rcsi, Miss Anya Gibbons, Director of Alumni Relations at Rcsi, and your good friend, Head Porter and Mace Bearer, Mr. Frank Donegan. I now declare open the conferring ceremony of Rcsi University of Medicine and Health Sciences. If I could ask you with me to say the Declaration of Rcsi. I, and your name, do hereby solemnly and sincerely declare and promise that I will observe and be obedient to the statutes, bylaws and ordinances of the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, and that I will, to the utmost of my power, endeavour to promote the reputation, honour and dignity of the said college. It now gives me great pleasure to invite the Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences at Rcsi, Professor Hannah McGee, to lead you in the Graduate's Declaration.
Thank you, Cathal. Hello and welcome to each and every one of you watching us from around the world today. And welcome to this beautiful college boardroom, which you will know from your many events here during your time at Rcsi. I am standing now between two important portraits in the context of this ceremony. Behind me is Professor Abraham Collis, anatomist and twice president of Rcsi, after whom the internationally famed Collis fracture is named. He represents Rcsi's scholarly environment in which you have been educated to arrive at today's graduation. To his left is Josephine Mary Hannon, who holds the distinction of being the first woman who studied and obtained her medical licentiate at Rcsi in 1890. She, like you, the class of 2021, had many hurdles to overcome to achieve her ambition to become a doctor. Like Dr. Hannon, you today have publicly achieved that ambition. I am so pleased to be here to celebrate you and your achievements. At conferring ceremonies, I am given the great honour to lead the Graduate's Declaration. Today, in the situation we are faced with COVID-19, has the Declaration never meant so much to me and to you as medical professionals. The Rcsi Graduate Declaration, which you will recite together this afternoon, is a commitment to the highest standards of professionalism and ethical practice in your career as taught during your studies in Rcsi. As you recite the Declaration, the words will appear on screen. I encourage you from where you are and whoever you are with to stand and recite this declaration with pride, listen to and absorb each word you say. It now gives me great pleasure to invite all the graduands to stand and recite together with me the following declaration. I will practice my profession
with conscience and dignity. The health of my patients whom my life is concerned. I will maintain the utmost of respect for human life. I will remember that there is art in my profession, as well as science, and that warmth, empathy, and understanding may outweigh treatment.
I will respect the confidential information that is entrusted in me, even after a patient has died.
I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality,
Political affiliations, race, sexual orientation,
social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient.
I will not use my professional knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those in whose steps I walk,
and gladly share such knowledge with those that follow.
I will abide by the code of conduct of our profession, and I will promote high standards of practice, lifelong education,
and research in the interest of human health.
I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
Congratulations, class of 2021. I've worked with thousands of medical students from all over the world, and I promise you have received excellent training. I don't doubt you'll be a bit deer in the headlights the first few weeks of your intern year, but don't worry, everyone is. Ask for help and you'll get it. Just don't forget to pay it forward when the time comes. And now look around you. You sit side by side with amazing folks from all over the world who you may never see again, but to whom you will always be connected through your shared journey to doctorhood. That's a sacred journey to a career that is traditionally well compensated, socially respected, interesting and challenging, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. And if that trifecta is not enough, you also, every day you go see patients, have the chance to be the instrument, never the hero, just the instrument, by which someone's life may be touched forever. In what other career do you get all that just by doing your job? That kind of power to be of service is a great privilege. Honor your privilege, and I promise you will get far more out of medicine than you could ever imagine. Now go forth and be doctors, make this world kinder, healthier, and better, even one patient at a time.
For the award of honours degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Bachelor of Obstetrics, I now present you for conferring. Pre honorabis cancellariae totaque universitas, presento vobis has meas filias et hos meas filios, quos tam moribus quanabdina habilis, et es que admittor ad graduum baccalaureatus in medicina, in chirurgiae, in arte obstetrica, honoro corso confecto, idaque tibi fide mea testor expondeo totaque academiae. I now invite Professor Arnold Hill, Head of the School of Medicine at Rcsi, to introduce the graduates.
Thank you, Cathal, and good afternoon. It's a great honour for me to be here this afternoon to announce the graduates of the class of 2021. You have been an extraordinary class. You have come through not 1 year, but 2 years of a world pandemic. You have adapted to learning, and your results are a great credit to you. You are well-trained doctors, and we're extremely proud of you. It now gives me great pleasure to announce the names of our new graduates of the class of 2021. Abdul Rahman Abbas, Jorge Aboud Guerra, Shada Abu al-Soud, Oluwabunmi Adesanya, Sohail Afsharpur, Lina Wakar Ahmed, Sama Ahmed, Oladeu Ajisaif, Sharif Akbari, Ali Al-Ansari, Maria Al-Balushi, Zainab Al-Balushi, Zara Al-Barak, Maitha Al-Busaidi, Muhammad Tahir Hassan Abdullah Al-Darwish, Kaltham Al-Dawabel, Shamza Al-Fardan, Muhammad Al-Gamdi, Mita Al-Mamari, Sami Al-Sharik, Maziad Al-Abdul Wahid, Abdulaziz Al-Amji, Abdurrahman Al-Ali, Uchechukwu Alanza, Muhammad Al-Lakwi, Ali Salah Sahib Al-Baghdadi, Amani Al-Balawi, Mariam Al-Balushi, Ali Al-Darura, Fayaz Al-Dufari, Manar Al-Duli, Ibrahim Al-Duseri, Tara Al-Fada, Muhammad Khalifa Al-Falazi, Hamad Ali Hamad Al-Feli, Fatima Al-Haddad, Shaika Al-Hajraf, Rashid Al-Hamadan, Khaled Al-Harbi, Faisal Al-Harbi, Shada Al-Hashimi, Fai Al-Huli, Leen Al-Hussan, Ali Basil Ali, Fatima Ali, Khaled Ali, Zakaria Ali, Ibrahim Ali Ibrahim, Lama Ali Ibrahim, Abdullah Al-Janahi, Hamad Al-Kandari, Muhammad Al-Kandari, Yusuf Al-Kandari, Anfal Al-Karing, Al-Sharif Maj Al-Uhaymak, Shams Al-Mala, Hamad Al-Mani, Erum Al-Marhoon, Salah Al-Matar, Muaddad Al-Mazrui, Zainab Al-Momen, Ali Al-Mumin, Muhammad Bouti Ali Saif Al-Nayadi, Aisha Al-Obaidli, Fatima Al-Katan, Zara Al-Katan, Kais Al-Qurashi, Mariam Al-Razuki, Fatima Al-Sabahi, Fahad Al-Sagar, Fala Al-Salam, Shaima Al-Salman, Omaina Al-Shkaili, Hassan Ala Azat Al-Tai, Satmahar Al-Twergi, Asad Al-Wabri, Ibrahim Al-Yamahi, Badr Al-Yusuf, Isra Al-Zarma, Kira Anderson, Sarita Ankatia, Daniel Arshinoff, Muhammad Ashari, Alicia Atolahi Eshkur, Harsha Ayujla, Charlotte Aziz, Basil Ba Makhalif, Isha Bagwe, Braden Back, Roisin Baker, Aparna Balakrishnan, Kasim Bari, Simrit Bath, Blair Beers Mulroy, Jack Bell, Alison Vanich Supapal, Jennifer Vanich Supapal, Amy Blair, Orla Bracken, Grace Buckley, Sarah Bullock, Aoife Burke, Anchelin Busaya Jirapong, Sean Byrne, Clodagh Canavan, David Carter, Catherine Cater, Josiah Chan, Chelsea Cheng, Ashley Chu, Anna Cleary, Nikki Cliff, Kimberly Coe, Lisa Coakley, Mariah Colusi, Alexander Conlon, Luke Conlon, Alyssa Conti, Marcus Conway, Orla Conway, Alison Coopersmith, Samuel Corey, Andrew Coyne, Kevin Cronin, Kezia Darcy, Connie Dale, Gordon Daly, Bianca Ann de Benedictus, Anne Devlin, Simranpal Danju, Jasmine Dillon, Lisa Debona, Vladimir Jedovic, Isabel Dobbin Sears, Andrew Dorr, Robert Doris, Joseph Duvartsidis, Colin Dowd, Tara Dowd, Gavin Dowling, Alan Doyle, Austin Eakin, David Elderi, William Elia, Juan Alauzi, Aliyah Esmail, Andrea Evangelista, Ola Falade, Dermot Farrell, Irene Fatima, Maya Fayad, Mohammed Faris Feroz, Katie Fingleton, Liam Fitzpatrick, Mark Forrestal, Adrian Fox, Mary Francis, Hallie Fryman, Ming Hai Fu, Danielle Galley, Amanda Gate, Khalid Gahani, Caitlin Gibson, Ariana G. Bink, Darren Gilheany, Ethan Gilkinson, Samuel Goh, Shannon Goodall, Simon Gray, Kit Green Sanderson, Kira Griffin, Abdul Hadi, Alexandra Haddad, William Hahn, Ibrahim Ahmed Ibrahim Haidaran, Ong Kaung Set Hein, Trevor Henderson, Margaret Henkhaus, Richard Hogan, Claire Holland Shedrin, Colm Horan, Aoife Howard, Emily Hutchins, Alaya Mohammed Shaddad Ibrahim, Alina Iseva, Kyle Ivers, Laura Jabur, Mary Jackson, Sumara Jaimungal, Sophie Jang, Ahmed Jawad, Angela Joannou, Alyssa Jordan, Eve Carr, Alexander Kaja, Eshkarat Kaur, Sahijpreet Kaur, Ellen Keane, James Kelly, Anne-Marie Kennedy, Saran Kennedy Williams, Emirvir Kosha, Connor Kilkenny, Desmond Killick, Vikita Kolesar, Alicia Yavani Kulashingam, Grace Kwok, Asser Labib, Chuck Ting Lai, Sarah Lakani, Stavros Lalos, Claire Lambert, Isadora Lamigo, Fiona Lannon, Catherine Ledden, Ryan Leon, Jack Logue, Grania Long, Taylor Loon, Juan Lopez Tiboni, Jing Lo, Christopher Lozano, Shui Hua Luin, Benjamin McCurtain, Conor McDermott Casement, Hugh McCarthy, Sarah McIsaac, Muslim Madhag, Jody Madigan, Alexander Magder, Nadine Maludi, Akram Mandura, Ayad Mansour, Ruth Matthew, Aisling McCann, Robert McCausland, Ciara McCormack, David McDonough, Jake MacDonald, Keith McElligott, Barry McHale, Ellen McKay, Aidan McKee, Fiona McMahon, Ola McKellick, Ryan Mirdad, Aliyah Muhammad, Nurul Zafira Binte Muhammad Zain, Anisa Mokhzani, Andrea Maloney, Kian Monaghan, Rachel Moore, Thomas Moore, Simran Musai, Kate Moran, Anna Mueller, Megan Mernan, Alison Murphy, Andrew Murphy, Martin Ende, Alexandra New-Westig, Saw Yu Nue, Colm O'Brien, James O'Callaghan, Taylor Offman, Stephen O'Grady, Suzanne O'Mahony, Hazel O'Shea, Zoe Palmer, Ju Kyung Park, Matthew Patel, Amy Paulson, Emma Pounder, Niveta Ramkrishnan, Joshua Ramjon, Rihanna Ramlogan, Pavan Ran, Anuj Rastogi, Ishtar Redman, Susan Reed, Aoife Riley, Ali Rifai, Taylor Roth, David Rowe, Jason Royal, Deirdre Ruan McAteer, Susanna Ryan, Fares Salman, Ni Tun San, Danny Shahata, Matthew C. Jia Wen, Karishma Singh, Sneha Singh, Traveen Singh, Emma Skelly, Alexander Sokal, Lo So, Celine Suknareen, Aditi Suknareen Rajpati, Claire Stenson, Zachary Stickney, Eva Stoltz, Anand Subramanian, Hannah Suki, Amatya Taran, David Teng, Jane Tiong, Ka-U Tu, Michael Towers, To Te, Maya Irva, Nikhil Vasandani, Peter George Vastus, Dylan Vianney Walsh, Emily Walsh, Gerard Ward, Alice Warner, Michael West, Katrina Walseth, Colleen Wong, and Ahmed Zaini. At this point in the conferring ceremony, on behalf of the Rcsi University of Medicine and Health Sciences, I welcome the parents, family and friends of Ali Hijazi from Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabian Embassy, and the Saudi Arabian Cultural Office here in Dublin. Ali died following a tragic swimming accident in Dublin on the 2nd of April, just as he was completing his final meds year studies and about to begin his career as a medical doctor. Ali was a much-loved member of the Rcsi community, and we, the staff, and Ali's Rcsi Final Med classmates mourn his death, grieve the shortness of his life, and we acknowledge the wider loss to society of his life of dedicated healthcare service to patients and families. In recognition of the medical program completed by Ali, it is with great honour, combined with great sadness, that we confer his medical degree posthumously. Today, Ali's parents will have Ali's degree parchments with them in their home. We hope that these markers of their son's achievement to his studies over 7 years in Ireland in his chosen career of medicine bring some solace in their loss. That concludes the award of degrees for the Rcsi School of Medicine. Join me from around the world to offer a round of applause to the class of 2021 medicine graduates.
Hello there, I'm delighted to send this message today to the Rcsi University graduating ceremony and to send my very best wishes and congratulations to all 320 new doctors from 33 countries across the globe on reaching this massive personal milestone and achievement on graduating today and graduating in medicine, becoming a doctor. I know that 221 of you have now applied for internships here in Ireland, and many of you are going to go on to contribute to our health service nationally. I want to thank you for studying medicine. I want to thank you for studying in Ireland, and I want to thank you already for the contribution that you have made to our health services through an extraordinarily difficult time. We have seen the very best in healthcare, in medicine, in public service, and in commitment from you, your peers, and so many others right throughout the global pandemic. I am really conscious in sending you this message that to graduate as a doctor, to graduate in medicine at any time, is a huge achievement that requires so much work. But to graduate now as you are, in the midst of a global pandemic, where the last year plus have been so difficult, is an even more significant achievement. The commitment you've shown, the fortitude you've shown, is quite frankly inspiring, and it will certainly bode well for your new roles as healthcare professionals. I think people have seen the Irish Health Service in a new light, and I think people have seen our healthcare professionals also in a new light. We have seen incredible heroic efforts undertaken, with all of us united by that common bond of saving lives and keeping people well over the last year. Thank you so much for the contribution that you played. Thank you to all those who've lectured and trained you and overseen your clinical placements. Thank you to everybody in Rcsi. It may be Ireland's newest university, but it has such a long and proud tradition in terms of medicine, healthcare and education in our country. Congratulations, cohortigus. I hope you enjoy this great day, and thank you very much for all that you've contributed so far, and I'm so excited about the journey you're about to undertake and the benefits that we will see in the Irish Health Service. Thank you very much.
I really am just the same as all of you sitting in the audience today. I'm a product and a son of Rcsi. This education in medicine that I received here, and the education in life in the 12 years that I lived in Ireland, has been the foundation of any successes that I can claim in my career. When I heard you recite the Graduate's Declaration today, it struck me how those words still hold very true 35 years after me and my classmates spoke them. Quite honestly, if you go forth and simply follow those principles in the Graduate's Declaration, you will make a difference in this world. And whether that's for one individual patient or for many, it will be a difference that you have made by upholding those principles.
You've today received a precious gift. You have become doctors. So I encourage all of you, you're at the beginning of a wonderful career. You can change bits. You can move careers, much more flexibility. You can give up for a while, but come back to it. You've put in all this effort. It is precious for you. It's precious for your families. But the world needs you terrifically. Whether it needs you in this country, your home country, or elsewhere, you can make a difference. And I call on you to follow that and do absolutely what you can to make this world a better place.
Congratulations to all our new graduates. At this point, we now proceed to the conferring of the award of Honorary Doctorate of Rcsi, University of Medicine and Health Sciences. This doctorate was established as an annual award in 2011 to recognise excellence and to provide an inspiration to you, our students, on your graduation day. The awardees are exceptional people who've made a difference to the world through education, research or service. We as RCSI staff believe that you, our graduates today, will also make a difference for good in the world. And we want, through hearing their stories and their words, to inspire and to challenge you on this very special day to make a difference. Today we confer the award of an honorary doctorate on Professor Martin Seligman, the Zellerbach Family Professor of Psychology and Director of the Positive Psychology Center at the University of Pennsylvania. And I am delighted to welcome Professor Seligman virtually to this special event. In the course of his distinguished career in psychology and as founder of the field of positive psychology, Professor Seligman's mission has been to attempt to transform social science to work on the best things in life: strengths, positive emotion, good relationships, meaning and human flourishing, and is a worthy recipient of this award. The doctorate will be conferred by the President of RCSI, Professor Ronan O'Connell. But now it gives me great pleasure to invite the Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences at RCSI, Professor Hannah McGee, to formally introduce the honorary doctorate recipient, Professor Martin Seligman.
President, it is with great pleasure that I introduce our candidate for the RCSI University of Medicine and Health Sciences Honorary Doctor Award, Professor Martin E.P. Seligman. Professor Martin Seligman is the Zellerbach Family Professor of Psychology and Director of the Positive Psychology Center at the University of Pennsylvania. Professor Seligman's work focuses on positive psychology, perspection, optimism, and positive education. He is a pioneer of positive psychology and a recognized authority on positive interventions that prevent depression and build strengths and well-being. His mission is to transform social science to work on the best things in life: strengths, positive emotion, good relationships, meaning, and human flourishing. His methods have now been widely adopted across the world in education, healthcare, and public policy. He has published over 350 scientific and scholarly publications and 30 books, including best-selling and award-winning books such as Learned Optimism, Authentic Happiness, and Flourish. Almost uniquely, Professor Seligman has informed and inspired academics, researchers, and clinicians, and the general public. And he has challenged all of us to look at life and human potential in more positive ways. A very fitting message for our graduates of medicine today as they faced into post-pandemic careers. His most recent book, The Hope Circuit, published in 2018, is an autobiography and memoir of his ideas, described as a psychologist's journey from helplessness to optimism. Professor Seligman has served in many prominent leadership roles, including President of the American Psychological Association, to which in 1996 he was elected by the largest vote in modern history. Over the course of his career, 55 years of work dedicated to the discipline of psychology, Professor Seligman's achievements have been recognized by numerous honors and accolades. To mention just a few of these: the American Psychological Society's William James Fellow Award for Basic Science, the Cattell Award for the Application of Science, and 3 Lifetime Distinguished Scientist Awards from the American Psychological Association, most recently the Award for Lifetime Contributions to Psychology in 2017. He was also recently awarded Lifetime Achievements Award from the Institute on Positive Education Society of Australia. Professor Seligman, we are delighted to welcome you here today to acknowledge your exceptional contributions and advancement in the field of psychology. We are very proud that you, as a most worthy candidate, have joined our special graduation ceremony to accept the highest academic award of the RCSI University of Medicine and Health Sciences, the Honorary Doctorate in Science. I now invite the President of RCSI to make the award.
As President, it gives me great pleasure to award Martin Seligman with the Honorary Doctorate of Rcsi University of Medicine and Health Sciences.
It now gives me great pleasure to invite the 2021 Rcsi Honorary Doctorate, Professor Martin Seligman, to address our graduates, colleagues, family and friends.
First, let me express my gratitude to the President of RCSI, to the Chief Executive and Registrar of RCSI, to the Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences at RCSI, to the Chancellor and Registrar of NUI, to the distinguished faculty, but most importantly to you, the RCSI graduates of 2021. You have my hearty congratulations, but I also envy you. You are graduating at a most special time. In many ways, the most special time of my lifetime, because the world is giving birth to something new. COVID is coming to an end. It is on the way to being conquered, and you are emerging into the world post-COVID. I feel, in addition to gratitude and envy, a great deal of thanks to science. At the end of my remarks, I'm going to talk about the Black Plague a bit, but we are so much better off in this world because we know what's going on, because of medical science and health science. Nothing short of a miracle. And 600 years ago, this would have been a miracle. As we emerge from COVID, it is vouchsafed to you not just to observe a changed world, but to help change that world. And I want to say something about the key psychological elements that you will need to bring this birth to a successful birth. As you come up to accept your diploma, what is the word in your heart? Is it no or is it yes? Now, we have a world in labor, and there are two views of what the word in your heart should be as we go to a post-COVID view. One, the pessimistic one, traditional Irish pessimism, was put forward by your great poet, William Butler Yeats, 100 years ago. And Yeats said, "What rough beast! Its time come round at last, slouches toward Bethlehem to be born." This is the pessimistic view of what awaits us. But the contrasting view put forward 600 years ago by Juliana of Norwich in the middle of the Black Plague. And you must be reminded how much worse the Black Plague was than COVID. It killed between a third and a half of the people in Europe. No one knew what was going on. It was entirely unpredictable. There was no safety net, no Zoom, no communications. And in the midst of this, it is crucial for you to remember the optimism of Juliana of Norwich. The word in her heart was yes. And here is what she said. "He said not, thou shalt not be travailed. He said not, thou shalt not be tempestive. He said not, thou shalt not be diseased. He said, thou shalt not be overcome. And all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well." My heartiest congratulations to you as you shape a new world to be born.
We now proceed with the presentation of awards. It gives me great pleasure to announce the recipients of this year's awards. The Dan Kelly Memorial Award is awarded to the student who contributed most to the international environment of the college, as voted for by the graduating class. The award goes to Ali Rifai. The Association of Graduates Gold Medal is awarded to a student who contributed most to the life and work of the graduating class as a whole, as voted by the graduating class. And the award goes to Maria Victory. The Jim Mahan Award in Medicine from Kilkenny is awarded to the highest performer in medicine and surgery who undertook their SC2 medicine and surgery rotation in Kilkenny. The award goes to Orla Bracken. The Leonard Abrahamson Award and first place is awarded to the student who obtained highest marks in a medicine oral examination. The award goes to Robert McCausland. The Fitzsimons Award in surgery is awarded to the student who showed most proficiency in a surgery oral examination. The award goes to Robert McCausland. The Professor Edward Guiney Award in Pediatric Surgery is awarded to the top performing student in SC2 Surgery and SC1 Pediatrics. The award goes to Conor Kilkenny. The Sir William Wheeler Memorial Award for Surgery is awarded to the top performing student in the final surgery exam. And the award goes to Conor Kilkenny. The McLean Award in Surgery is awarded to the student who achieved the highest mark in the final surgery written exam. The award goes to Rashid Al-Hamadan. The Quinn Award in Ophthalmology is awarded to the student who made the greatest contribution to ophthalmology through research, audits, electives, and other related activities, and achieved a high ranking in the ophthalmology and end of rotation assessment. The award goes to Sahijpreet Kaur. The Reuben Harvey Award is awarded to a student who achieved the highest aggregate marks in final medicine and surgery and obstetrics and gynecology. The award goes to Nikki Cliff. The Desmond Murray Council Award is awarded to a student who has qualified within the 57 months of the date of registration as a medical student and who obtained honours in final medicine and surgery and obstetrics and gynecology and first-class honours in one of these subjects. The award goes to Nikki Cliff. The Osler Award is awarded to a student who has demonstrated the most outstanding clinical skills and clinical acumen during the SC2 clinical rotations at Connolly Hospital. The award goes to Trevor Henderson. Congratulations to all of our 2021 award winners.
As President of the Association of Medical and Dental Graduates of the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, I would like to congratulate the 322 new doctors on your wonderful achievements. And I would also like to take a moment to congratulate Maria Victory, this year's recipient of the Association of Medical and Dental Graduates Gold Medal, which was voted for by her classmates. Well done. As doctors who graduate from Rcsi, you now become lifelong members of our association, and we are honoured to have you as members. When I was in my clinical years, a professor once said in a lecture, "It is a privilege to treat the unwell, the sick, and the dying." I have never forgotten this remark, and you are all now privileged with this responsibility. It is a burden. However, I know and trust you will always honour this privilege. I wish you well in your future careers. You are wonderful ambassadors for the university. Please keep in contact with Rcsi and the association and tell us about your great achievements. Thank you.
RCSI has established a tradition of awards to NCHDs and consultants who are major contributors to the students' learning experience while on clinical attachment at hospital sites. Students from across all clinical years have been invited to nominate the NCHD and consultant that has made the most significant positive impact on their learning in the teaching hospital and the affiliated teaching hospital that they have attended for each module. For a second year in a row, our clinicians and graduates have not been able to gather together as we would usually do at the annual Conferring dinner. So we are using this opportunity to acknowledge your ongoing contributions to our students and in this year, your extraordinary support of them. You will see the names of the awardees on your screen, and I know that you, our graduands, will join us in celebrating the awards that you have nominated this year and last year. While we have all faced the challenges posed by the pandemic, it is clear that our clinical colleagues shouldered more than their fair share. They have performed above and beyond for our community, and I wish to acknowledge all of our clinical colleagues for their extraordinary contributions over the past 18 months. I salute you. Coupled with dealing with all the challenges of the pandemic, our clinical colleagues also managed to keep the mission of educating the next generation of doctors alive and in the extremely healthy shape. We are so grateful to all of you for this.
The Undergraduate President's Teaching Awards were established in 2009 to recognise excellence in teaching within RCSI. The recipients are chosen by RCSI students through the anonymous annual student survey. My warmest congratulations go to the 2021 award winners. For foundation year, Professor Mark Devasel. For year 1, Dr. Oren Kennedy. Year 2, Dr. Robin Poole. Year 3, Dr. Owen Donnelly. For SC1, the joint winners are Dr. Reuben Lange and Professor Farina Sharif. SC2, Dr. Grace Hennessy, and for GEM, Professor Eamon Lean. Congratulations and thank you for your commitment to our students.
To all faculty, guests, family, friends, and most importantly, to my fellow graduates, it is a great honor to appear on your screens today for our 2021 virtual graduation. This may not be the ceremony that we had in mind. Nonetheless, it remains a momentous occasion. We have been on a truly memorable journey. For many of us, it started with the nerve-wracking days of card signing, which resulted in some long-lasting scars. It continued on with our clinical placements, where we mustered our confidence and hoped that our white coats were not too wrinkly. Many exams, late nights, and late-night pints later led us into last year feeling bad for the graduating class who had their in-person ceremony and celebrations canceled. If only we knew. This year has come with so many challenges, yet here we are celebrating this enormous achievement. In reflecting on the last few years, what comes to mind is our resilience, as individuals and as a class. We have at times spent our weeks trying to study while our thoughts and hearts were elsewhere, worrying about the health and safety of our loved ones in Ireland and all over the world. We have seen and felt the toll the pandemic has taken on the mental and physical health of our communities, and we have also witnessed how it has exposed the social epidemics of inequity. But we have also learned to appreciate new ways of supporting each other in lieu of hugs. We continued working when we lacked a sense of normalcy and could only imagine what next week would bring. We have even endured the foreboding calendar invites for Prof. Hill's class calls, which we all knew meant more changes were coming. Somehow, through all of this, we found the motivation and perseverance to continue on, to work towards our collective and individual goals, and together we have grown into a group of passionate, empathetic, and truly resilient doctors and people. Resilience is the students who brought groceries to their quarantining friends, those who dropped off baked goods or even thermometers in times of need, and especially those students who volunteered to take history for Prof. Hill's teaching sessions. We will reflect fondly on those 2-hour socially distanced walks, attempting to relearn at least some anatomy, and feel grateful to have conquered the procedural skills assessment, whether on the first, second, or third attempt. Our resilience is also grounded in the community around us. None of our accomplishments would have been possible without the dedication and support of the Rcsi administration and staff who worked tirelessly on our behalves. We are thankful to the tutors who sent us late-night emails to prepare us for upcoming exams, especially the data ALSCII that required superhuman typing skills. And finally, to our professors who revamped our schedules and delivered material creatively to allow us to graduate on time. Now, here we are. What an exciting time. It's a time to be proud of our accomplishments, a time to be grateful to everyone who has supported us, including family and friends, and a time to look forward to embarking on our own journeys, with the resilience and commitment we learned here together. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Let's all encourage vaccinations and mask wearing so that we one day may celebrate together in person.
As President, I am delighted to be among the first to offer my sincere congratulations to you, the graduating class of 2021. You are a wonderful cosmopolitan group who have shared formative years and have successfully completed the final medical year in the most difficult of circumstances. Not since the 1940s has the world been convulsed by tragedy and loss of life to the extent witnessed in the past 16 months. As a society, we in Ireland have tolerated social and economic restrictions, and because as a nation we have acted responsibly, we have been spared the worst. Our hearts go out to those less fortunate, and to many of you with family and friends in countries overseas currently experiencing a surge in COVID. As a class, you have been exemplary in your behavior, displaying adaptability, resilience, and altruism that you should be very proud of. These traits will stand to you. In time, you may look back and wonder how you did it. The academic, clinical, and administrative staff who have supported you deserve great credit, for they too have proven adaptable and resilient. but most importantly, and in the true spirit of RCSI, they went that extra mile on your behalf. Perhaps you might show your appreciation and join me in a virtual round of applause. Never has there been a more challenging time to enter the healthcare workforce. The restrictions will ease, but the new normal in healthcare will be very different. The warning tremors of SARS, H1N1 and Ebola should have prepared the world for the tsunami of COVID-19, but it was easier not to listen. You will practice in the shadow of the pandemic. Societal values and even political ideologies will change. However, your commitment to the welfare of your patient will not. You have witnessed quiet heroism among so many healthcare workers, and by that I mean not just doctors and nurses, but all healthcare staff. Many things will be required of you, but I think one attribute will serve you better than most: respect. Get this right, and I believe all other domains of professional life will fall into place. Respect your patient. He or she expects that you will put their interests, their safety, even their survival above all else. Respect your healthcare colleagues. Kind words always bring reward. Respect yourself. Build resilience. Keep friends. Mend fences. Don't burn out. It's been a great privilege to join you today. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Remember today. Remember your family. Remember your friends, and remember the responsibilities that now fall to you as graduates of NUI and RCSI. And remember your colleague, Dr. Ali Hijazi, so sadly taken from us just as he completed his medical studies. Keep safe, keep in contact. I wish you fulfillment and happiness in your chosen careers.
As Chancellor of the National University of Ireland, I'm delighted to take part in this conferring ceremony and to welcome our newest doctors as graduates of the university. It is a pity that the experience has to be virtual. I very much regret that you cannot enjoy the kind of colourful event with parchments presented over handshakes, class photographs, tremendous excitement in the hall and celebrations afterwards that was taken for granted by generations of students. Yet this is a landmark occasion, a rite of passage for you all. At this ceremony, we give public recognition to your proud achievements in your medical studies in RCSI. We affirm that you are now qualified to enter the medical profession and to embark on your careers. You have had to complete your studies in particularly difficult circumstances. For more than a year now, you have lived through a pandemic with all the restrictions that is imposed. With your teachers, you have been forced to become accustomed very rapidly to new ways of teaching and learning. You haven't had the same access to facilities and support that previous students would have taken for granted. The hospitals, which are your natural environment, have never in our lifetime experienced such pressures as they are currently working under. Yet you have managed to overcome these challenges and passed tough examinations. You deserve high commendation. The health services where you will make your careers, whether in Ireland, in your home countries or elsewhere, will, I am sure, welcome you with open arms. You will bring new energy to a profession whose members are tired from battling against a voracious virus that has travelled the globe. You have been well prepared for the challenges you will face in your profession. Your expertise, your skills, and your care will count. They will be important in combating illness and disease and restoring health. This otherwise joyful ceremony is, I know, tinged with sadness for all the graduates, for our RCSI staff, because of the recent tragic death of Ali Hijazi. He should be here, graduating with all of you. I send my deepest sympathy to his family on their heartbreaking loss. I congratulate RCSI's newest honorary graduate, Professor Martin Seligman. Martin, the field of positive psychology which you have founded is certainly one whose time has come. We look forward to better times ahead when the achievements of all of today's new medical graduates can be celebrated properly, and when there can be special occasions for you to enjoy with your families and friends. In the meantime, I congratulate you warmly on this special day. I wish you success and fulfillment in your careers and in your personal lives. In congratulating you, I also congratulate the President, the Registrar, and all concerned in Rcsi for all that has been accomplished in this particularly difficult year. My very best wishes to you all.
Today is a day of joy. At Rcsi, our mission is to educate, nurture, and discover for the benefit of human health. Today is a celebration of that mission. Today gives us energy as a faculty for the challenges which lie ahead. We at Rcsi are enormously proud of you, the class of 2021. Despite the challenges of a global pandemic for the last 16 months, you have persisted in your goal to become healthcare professionals, to join the frontline healthcare workers who've made such a difference to our societies. You've done this with professionalism and commitment to the safety and well-being of your classmates, your teachers, and your patients. My sincere congratulations to you on your achievement and best wishes for the rest of your career. I look forward very much to welcoming you back to Rcsi, to Dublin. As Rcsi alumni, I want you to consider Rcsi here in St. Stephen's Green as your home.